It's important that the mother is supported in breastfeeding her child right from the beginning. So South Africa has many policies that support early initiation of breastfeeding and exclusive breastfeeding up to 6 months. So it's important that those are implemented and supported by the family and the corporate world if the mother works, because sometimes you find that the family discourages exclusive breastfeeding. There are no places to express breast milk in the workplace, and there's no maternity or paternity leave. So those are important as well. They're important policies in supporting a safe nest for the child.
It's important for mothers to have the best nutrition while pregnant, because they also need to build their own bodies. Their bodies are vulnerable at that time. They are vulnerable to infections, they are vulnerable to many things, and then when they get infected, the children that they are carrying also get infected.
The father needs to be involved in the child's life right from the beginning, because life begins at conception. And this should be in spite of our cultural beliefs, because sometimes pregnancy happens out of wedlock. But the father should still be in touch with their child, because it's important for creating that safe environment for the mother. Mental health issues, physical health issues like HIV or TB or other chronic illnesses, they need to be taken care of so that the mother continues to be in good health and continues to be able to respond appropriately to the child. Once the child is born, responsive care and opportunities for learning become so important. They become important because they're important for the brain to make the necessary connections. If the proper environment is not there, the brain misses certain connections. And once those connections are missed, it affects the rest of the body and the rest of the child's health. The development of the brain begins in the womb and carries on for about 20 years after birth. And the development of the brain depends on the environment for the brain to make the necessary connections that it needs to make. If that environment is warm, is safe, is secure, then the brain will develop in the expected trajectory. When there are stressful situations in the child's life, stress that does not have supportive relationships to mitigate it, then the development of the brain is interrupted. And when you interrupt the development of the brain, you also mess up with other systems of your body. So for example, your stress response system, your endocrinal system, your organs and your glands and everything. And that can lead to poor physical health, poor mental health. That can affect your health behavior. So for example, alcohol and drug abuse, promiscuity, that can also affect your cognitive ability, how you learn, your memory. Children who experience a lot of stress cannot remember very well, and it's understandable. And once your schooling is affected, it also means your earning capacity is going to be affected. So that affects your productivity, your economic progress when you become an adult.
It's important to influence children at a young age, let's say at about 7, since their minds are still fresh and already absorbing everything. So the earlier you start, the sooner they are able to embark on the path of knowledge or accepting certain things about life, I guess.
In conclusion, it's so important to intervene early. Any country that wants to promote equality and equity, that wants to eradicate extreme poverty, that wants to encourage economic growth, needs to invest early. Early childhood development is so important. And we know the things that we need to do to promote the best development for our children.